Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B2 level vocabulary lesson. We're continuing our discussion of idioms, and today we're going to be talking about idioms that are related to law and order. And here's an example. He says, "She's my partner in crime." So look at the photos and read the text and then match each idiom to its meaning. His father has been behind bars for the last 5 years. He is being released next week. So behind bars means in jail. Everything isn't always black and white. Sometimes there are gray areas. Black and white is easy to know what is right or wrong, and gray areas are situations that are not clearly right or wrong. And she was caught red-handed stealing shoes from the store. Caught red-handed means in the act of doing something bad. He left a paper trail that led police officers to him. So paper trail is C, documents that provide evidence of one's actions. We've gotten into a lot of trouble together. We are partners in crimes. That is B, good friends who get in trouble together. And celebrities often think that they are above the law and can do anything they want. Above the law means thinking that the rules or laws don't apply to you, or acting as if you are too important to be punished. Great, so here are some discussion questions that you can answer in the comments. Do you know anyone who is behind bars? Why do you think that the person in each picture is going behind bars? What type of crimes do you think should definitely send someone behind bars? Do you think most life decisions are black and white, or are they more complicated? And can you think of a gray area in the law where it is hard to say what is right and wrong? And one example might be downloading free music. Why is it important to have a paper trail when doing business or important work? And why is it dangerous when powerful people act above the law? You can answer all of those in the comments if you'd like. Now, try to match each country with the law that exists in that country. You can pause the video and try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So it's illegal to chew gum while riding on the mass transit system in this country. That is Singapore. It's against the law to live with someone of the opposite sex unless you are married or closely related. That's the United Arab Emirates. And this country prohibits women from wearing high heels around monuments in order to preserve ancient sites. That is Greece. Now use these idioms to create some sentences about each of these images, and you can put those in the comments if you'd like some feedback. Now look at the photos and read the text, and then match each idiom to its meaning. A stranger volunteered to help me with no strings attached. No strings attached is B, used to show that an offer has no special conditions or restrictions. The teacher wanted the students to pass the test, so he turned a blind eye to the cheating that he noticed. That is A, to see something wrong or suspicious but pretend not to. He was a very intelligent criminal. He always made sure to cover his tracks. So cover your tracks is to make sure that nobody can find evidence of what you have done. He was paid under the table for the work he did while traveling. Under the table means done secretly or illegally, especially when referring to money or payments that are not officially reported. The teacher decided to bend the rules and let us hand in the project 1 day late. That is C, to change or not follow the rules a little bit, but not completely break them. And he likes to do everything by the book. By the book is following the rules. So to be paid under the table means to be paid secretly to avoid paying taxes. Is it common in your country for people to be paid under the table? And here are some more questions that you can answer in the comments. Have you ever received a gift with no strings attached? And did you believe it? Is it ever okay to turn a blind eye to someone's bad behavior? And are you the type of person who does everything by the book? Now use these idioms to describe each scenario. You can pause the video, read these on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Sarah, don't do that. It's illegal and you could get in trouble. I have a lot of power and influence. I can do what I want. That would be above the law. And James and Pam, thanks so much for driving me to the airport. How can I repay you? Don't worry about it. It was my pleasure. So she drove him to the airport with no strings attached. Once again, you can use each idiom use the idioms to describe each scenario. You can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. That little boy just stole a piece of candy. He looks hungry. Let's pretend we didn't see him do that. That would be turn a blind eye. I didn't report my earnings on my taxes this year because all my payments were made in cash. I hope you don't get caught. You could get in trouble for doing that. That is under the table. And he's a very experienced thief. Yes, he didn't leave behind any evidence. That's to cover one's tracks. Again, look at the photos and read the text, and then match each idiom to its meaning. Let's hear all the evidence before we jump to conclusions. Jump to conclusions means to make a decision before all the facts are known. He believes that punishment should be an eye for an eye. That is B. The punishment should be equal to the crime. And she told me that she was innocent, and although I didn't know her, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. That is a favorable view of someone despite having doubts. So to give someone the benefit of the doubt means that you lean toward a favorable view of someone when you are doubtful. Do you usually give people the benefit of the doubt? And do you think that you are a trusting person? To be off the record is used in reference to making an official or public statement. To be off the record is used when something is not said as an official statement. She told the reporter that she would answer the questions as long as she was off the record. Now complete the idioms with the missing words. You can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So people who are a danger to society should be behind bars. You should listen to his side of the story. Not everything is so black and white. I can't pretend to be innocent. I was caught red-handed. She thought that she was careful, but she wasn't aware of the paper trail that she had left. Katie and Lisa are partners in crime. They're always together when they get in trouble. Everyone should be forced to follow the same rules. Nobody is above the law. I can't believe that he let you borrow his car with no strings attached. And how can you turn a blind eye to all the terrible things that are happening? Nobody has any idea where he is. He's been very good at covering his tracks. They are paid under the table. It's not good to jump to conclusions. You should hear all the facts before you form a judgment. An eye for an eye is an ancient principle of justice. I think that we should give him the benefit of the doubt. He seems like a nice guy. Now rewrite the sentences using the idioms provided. So number 1 should be, please don't jump to conclusions so quickly without all the facts. He acts like he is above the law. I'll trust he's telling him the truth. Even if I'm not sure, that would be I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And she's always helping me with my pranks. We are partners in crime. She made her statement on the record. The manager turned a blind eye to the problem. He always does everything by the book. And they offered me free tickets with no strings attached. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.